Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, Monday through Thursday, for my Pisces. How are you, my Pisces? Now, I hope you are wonderful. I am using my two Radley Valentine decks. I am using my Archangel Power Tarot cards for my main message, and then I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. Now, I've prayed, meditated, and infused both decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest, okay? Okay. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power. Whatever the message is, I just deliver it. Don't need to understand it. 3 cards are face down. The second and third are reversed, so that has strong energy, so we'll pay a little more attention to that. Couple of things now over here. Mercury goes retrograde on the 13th. I've talked about that in the last one. It's in Scorpio. Scorpio water signs. They, sometimes I feel like for you, the water sign's going to be kind of like, it's like, the water sign might be a little bit on that muddier side for the communications, but it is, Scorpio does not like secrets withheld. Doesn't mean that Scorpio doesn't keep secrets, but Scorpio doesn't like others to have secrets. Now, I kind of feel like you looking in the water, and kind of like your hand, or maybe it's not your hand, maybe it's a higher power, divine hand, kind of like messing with it, messing with the water a little bit, messing with what you're possibly seeing, what you're possibly hearing. So just be aware of that. I kind of, it's gentle, it's not harsh, and I do feel that there's a lot of karmic resolution that happens here. Now, the other thing is on the 16th of October, we have a new moon in Libra. It's at 15:30 p.m., so that's 3:30 p.m., right? 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this new moon, remember, full moon to new moon, get rid of new moon to full moon request. But this full moon is like it's really sharp. And there's like a lot of like tough decisions that might be needed because it cuts the fat. So, maybe there's a new budget coming. Maybe there's like there might be some changes in, I don't know, priorities, changes in, because I'm feeling this more for you, my Pisces, changes in responsibilities, okay? It's like, no, my Pisces, you need to step up, and you need to step up. That's kind of what I'm feeling for you. Anyway, but the thing is, you do. Anyway, let's go on and see what we have for my Pisces. First card, Monday through Thursday, the 10 of Raphael. Now, Raphael is your energy. It's also Cancer. It's also Scorpio energy too. This Mercury retrograde, Scorpio, tends to have a transitioning energy. So it's like going into the, it's kind of, there's a little bit of a transition in this emotional fluid type of energy. It is a good transition. It's a healthy transition. So I feel like if there, and this is going to be more in, remember, there's that work, job, career. I feel that this is a more emotionally connected. So I'm going to say possibly it's going to be in that, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. But it could even be in your work too. But I feel like there's a transition to a healthier balance, a healthier relationship. It's kind of like, maybe my Pisces, I've been a little worried about, how much you've taken on. And I feel like maybe there's going to be some communication, but again, I feel like there's a transition of power, transition of responsibilities, transition of, possibly a little bit with the money situation too. But I do feel that this has more of that home or intimate. It could be in your work though too. If you feel very connected with your work, if your work is a big part of your life, it could also be your work. Okay? Anyway. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. It does. It feels very healthy. It feels like, like some things that were, and again, this might be that Libra trying to pull some balance in, but it feels very healthy. Anyway, next card, this one's reversed. Here we go. Solution. So that kind of talks about what we were just talking about, isn't it? This is Archangel Ezekiel. Now, part of this is, is again, there's some changes in responsibilities, changes in, who does what, changes in, maybe, I would kind of think of it as, somebody has a change in their job status. Maybe they're working more hours so that because of that, somebody else has to pick up the slack. The thing about this, though, is, again, I kind of go back to that pond, that very clear water, and that the hand kind of ripples through it. So it's kind of like the water's clear, the communication is clear, but it's not really clear. I know but that's what I'm picking up. I'm just seeing that. I'm seeing that hand going through the water and just kind of not making it agitated or anything, but just kind of like saying, yeah, even though you think it's clear, so be really clear on your communication, okay? Or you need to, be clear on what you put out, but also what you hear. Anyway, success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So again, there's that healing thing going on too. Anyway, your last card, reversed, here we are, is the Five of Gabriel. Now, I told you there's some changes. There's some changes coming. Gabriel is your fire energy. It is your Sagittarius, your Aries, your Leo energy. It is, passionate, burning, determined. Fives have that changes. Five has changes. It could be positive, negative, but they still could be very stressful, okay? So the thing is, again, even though they might be stressful, and again, I told you October wasn't going to necessarily be a peaceful month, but, and with that full moon, that new moon coming, it's still, these are things that are needed because the growth is so needed. You are so posed, you are so posed for some remarkable growth, my Pisces. It's kind of like, I look at this as kind of like that foundation. It's like you need to be very clear on the responsibilities because otherwise, my Pisces, are you the one that's doing all the work? Are you doing all the work? So then as this big, possibly career growth comes around for you, you're still doing the work and you're doing the career. It's you know what I mean? It's gonna burn you out. So this week is a good week for you to have some communication and set those ground rules. Well, talk about it. Remember, objective compromise. Anyway, so yeah, this is part of, again, getting your foundation settled. Because again, I feel for my Pisces, I feel some really positive energy coming. Anyway, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. So, it's not necessarily that it's all going to be done as quickly as you think it should be. But you need to start transitioning things off of your shoulders. You need to start transitioning some of the responsibilities, if that's your part. Now, maybe you need to take some of the responsibilities around. You're going to have to make some choices on that one too, okay? But but it's a healthy transition for you. And it's going to make your home life that much better, okay? Because I do feel, it's like you're on that, a diving board. Doesn't have to be high, but you know how it's like as you bounce on the diving board, you get higher and higher, and, and then you just need to make sure that other things are in place the best that they can. And next, Monday through Thursday looks like a good time to at least talk about it. Okay? Okay. Let's go on. We're going to cut the cards. Last card, face down. This one is also reversed. Here we are. The Seven of Fire. Okay. So, 7, very interesting with sevens. Sevens are like, okay, I've done everything. It's kind of like I've sent out the invitations. I've got the caterers. I've got everything in place. I've gone down my list. And then there's this extra supernatural type of energy that says, we're going to change things up a little bit. Maybe the place that you're having the event, They can't do it, okay? So sevens have that type of energy, okay? Sevens have, where we in the natural do everything we're supposed to do, and then that supernatural kind of goes, yeah, but we're going to make some changes here. Okay, so that's what that has. But fire energy does again have that, no, we're going to do this, okay? So this goes along really well with what this is talking about. You need to stand up for yourself. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be mean about it. It doesn't mean that you have to brood. It doesn't mean that you have to be petulant. Ooh, never, never. But it does mean that you do have to be firm and, again, work with, Archangel Zedkiel, or ask Archangel, he's the one that's popping up for you here, and ask, hey, we need to, hey, it can't all be on my shoulders. It can't all be on your shoulders. You need to share. You need to share the responsibilities. How's that? Okay. So defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, but choose your battles wisely. Okay. So it does, my Pisces, you really don't want to necessarily fight. You would rather things just kind of go into the way that they're, into what is reasonable. However, I know sometimes you got to just stand up for yourself and put it out there. Okay? And you can still do that with love. You can do it with gentleness, but you need to have kind of that kind of that iron rod. You have to have some firmness with it too. Okay? Okay. Anyway, my Pisces, interesting week for you. Remember my button down there. Please like, please share, please subscribe. It does help. As always, my Pisces, know that you are loved. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.